Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Pub Trivia Experience. My name is Chris, and we are gathered here tonight for a little bit of we'll call it a hot seat. It's basically a hot seat. But Mike is our resident music expert, and we're going to be testing his brain on all things pop music. So let's start by meeting him. Mike, my friend, Huntsville, Alabama. How you doing? What you drinking?
Chris, I'm doing great. It's a stretch to call me a resident music expert because there's a very specific subgenre of music in which I feel that I'm fairly knowledgeable, and then there's the music that most people listen to, in which I am slightly less aware of. But no, regardless, I'm doing great. I have no complaints whatsoever. I have just grabbed a local beer from the Straight to Ale Brewing Company. This is actually the first beer that I had when I moved to Huntsville. It's an IPA called the Monkeynaut IPA. I've had it on the podcast several times before. This is one of my staples here in Huntsville. It's between this and Cigar City's High Ally, probably for my favorite IPA. It's right up there, but this is a fantastic beer.
That sounds actually delightful. I went ahead and grabbed the beer myself to celebrate what's happened in my life this week. Don't read too much into this, but I grabbed myself a Corona.
Yeah.
So Paige got Paige got
Uh-huh.
Corona. Leah and I have not tested positive yet, and we're feeling fine. Everyone here is feeling fine. So knock on wood, we keep it that way. I forgot how bad these smell.
I have actually found myself it's okay, I'll admit this. I've found myself enjoying a Corona or two out in the backyard on a really hot day while the girls are running around in the backyard, and it's
Oh
just
yeah.
like, "You know what? I just want something light and refreshing." Corona is a pretty good go-to for me.
Corona. It would be a go-to for me. I just never find myself buying it because they're only in
Eh
bottles. Do they have cans?
right.
I don't even know.
I get no, I think they do it in cans, but yeah, it's primarily in bottles, but I like to have some around, because my father-in-law is a big Corona guy, and, I just know enough people that really enjoy Coronas. I just like having some in my fridge, and every now and then I can grab 1 or 2, and it's not I've found myself becoming less, like, snobby, like, "Oh, I can't drink that because it's a mass-produced whatever." Like, "Ah, it's alright." Having a refreshing beer or 2 on a hot Sunday or whatever is not a big deal.
At a certain point, there's only so many $4 beers I'm going to be able to drink.
Effectively, that's the point, exactly.
So, Corona, they're fine. I don't buy them that often because I don't want glass near the pool because if something breaks, gets in the pool, I got
Oh,
to
yeah.
drain the entire
Yeah,
pool. So I only go with
absolutely.
cans, and I don't remember seeing many Corona cans out there. So we've got, I think, in the fridge out back, we've got Modelo, we've got Yingling, we got some Cigar City, and then some citrus beer that Marissa brought over last time her and Jeff came over that's still sitting there. But
I don't know that I've ever seen Modelo in cans.
I've only seen it in cans, actually. I don't know that I've ever seen a Modelo in a bottle.
Hmm, okay, anyway.
Dos Equis I've never seen in a can either. But hey, wow, we are doing a lot of
Way
beer
off
talk,
topic.
beer music trivia.
Yep.
Mike, so I have got a decent amount of questions here. We're not going to put necessarily a timer on it, but I'm going to start a stopwatch anyway, just so we can see how long it takes you to get through all of these.
Oh, pressure's
Um,
on. Alright.
do you have a pad and paper? Do you want to keep your own score?
Sure.
Just do a right and wrong column. I'll be curious to see how this goes. So, Mike, being that this is a modified hot seat, there is no timeout. We're just going to keep going whether you scream or not.
Alright. Makes me wanna scream.
All right. And Mike, we will start whenever you're ready, sir.
Let's do it.
All right. Your time will begin after I read your first question. Eminem won an Academy Award for Best Song for which of his singles?
Lose Yourself.
Lose Yourself is a correct answer. In what year did piece of shit Kanye West release his debut album, College Dropout?
Ooh, good question. Shit person, you're absolutely right. And I don't get a buffer zone or anything, I just gotta go,
Nope. Give me the year.
2003?
Oh, I wish I'd have given you a 1 year buffer. 2004 is what we're looking for.
Okay, well, it's okay because I almost went with 2002 instead of 2003, so either way, I was off.
All right, Mike. The duet "Endless Love" was released by Lionel Richie and what other singer?
Oh, yeah, oh, shit. Um, I don't think it's right. Diana Ross?
Diana Ross is a correct answer.
Okay. That was the first name that popped in my head. For some reason, it didn't feel right, but that's good.
Mike, what rapper features on Rihanna's hit single Umbrella?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I should know this, and I don't. I don't know. I'm going to say Pitbull because he featured on everything back then.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
not. Jay-Z actually is what we're
It
looking
was
for.
okay. It was Jay-Z. That Jay-Z popped into my head. I don't know why I didn't go with it. Anyway,
Mike, what record label was founded by the Beatles in 1968?
Apple.
Apple is a correct answer. They make a hell of a computer now. It's amazing what those guys have done.
Right?
What singer released the singles Juice and Tempo in 2019?
Yeah. I have no idea. Bruno Mars. I don't know.
Not a bad guess. Never heard. I know the singer, but Lizzo is who we're looking for. Don't know a single song.
Oh shit. Fucking yeah. Lizzo, of course. Oh gosh. That's me being 100% sexist because my brain immediately thought of male singers. I don't yeah. That's awful. Of
Your,
course it was Lizzo.
your kids are
Absolutely.
asleep in the next room, and you want to keep them that way. So
Uh,
yelling obscenities is probably not the best way to do that,
yeah.
or
Fair.
yelling in general. All right, Mike. Primavera Sound is a music festival that takes place between the end of May and the beginning of June in what European city?
Barcelona?
Barcelona is correct.
I almost went to it one year. That's the only reason that stuck in my head.
Mike, which group released the single Blinding Lights?
City of Blinding Lights was U2. That's not what you're looking for. I thought The Weeknd did like a blind song called Blinding Light. I guess I'll say The Weeknd.
The Weeknd is correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Mike, what band released albums titled Amnesiac and Kid A?
They're both sitting on my shelf over there. Radiohead.
Radiohead is correct. Which famous musician's real name is Richard Starkey?
Ringo Starr.
Ringo Starr is a correct answer.
Side note, I always think of I said something to my daughter one time. This is a couple years ago, but about whether or not she wanted to be a drummer, and she said, and I said, "Oh, you mean like Ringo Starr?" And she replied, "Yeah, like Rainbow Star," because she misheard me, and but it was the
Aw.
cutest thing ever. Anyway, I love that story.
Mike, in what decade did Chesney Hawkes release the hit single The One and Only?
All right, so let me logic to this. I don't know who Chesney Hawkes is. And I've never heard the song The One and Only. So logicking to this is not going to happen. I'm going to say the 2000s.
Not a bad guess. Of the 1990s, and you're not
Okay.
alone. I have not heard that song or that single. I just have the trivia question written down.
Yeah, you're good, man.
Mike, which famous singer's real name is Paul David Hewson?
Paul David Hewson, I'm pretty sure, is Bono.
Bono is a correct answer. Glastonbury Festival takes place in which English county?
Fuck, the answer's not Glastonbury. Maybe it is. I don't know. I cannot name English counties very well. Uh, Sussex, I don't know.
Not a bad guess. Somerset is what we're looking for.
Okay.
It's funny that didn't come up in the World Traveler Trivia Tournament.
my sincere apologies to all of our British listeners. I'm not I'm not good at geography in general, so
I just don't care about their counties. All right, Mike, which singer released the single Bad Guy in 2019?
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish is a correct answer. All right, which band released their debut album Up the Bracket in 2002?
Up the bracket. Wow. Wow. I legitimately don't have a clue. I've never heard of it. 2002 debut band. Yeah, I don't know. Newfound Glory. I have no idea.
No, unfortunately, it's the Libertines.
Shit, that actually rings a bell now that you say it. Okay.
All right. The songs Taxman, Eleanor Rigby, and Yellow Submarine all feature on which Beatles album?
My favorite Beatles album, Revolver.
Revolver is a correct answer.
Keep the Beatles questions coming. I like those.
RZA, Raekwon, and Method Man are all associated with what rap group?
Wu-Tang Clan.
Wu-Tang Clan is correct. Cream gets the money. Cash rules everything around me. We are moving on to the next question.
at, fir- at first, I thought that was the next question. I was like, oh, so we're continuing on the theme. Okay, this is great.
No, that's just my favorite Wu-Tang song.
That's
Now,
cool.
which band released the songs Honky Tonk Woman, Under My Thumb, and Paint It Black?
The Rolling Stones.
The Rolling Stones is a correct answer.
Side note, Honky Tonk Women features one of my favorite lyrics of all time. I think it's in Honky Tonk Women. Of uh it's she blew my nose and then she blew my mind. One of my favorite rock and roll lyrics of all time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not subtle, the Rolling Stones.
No, the Rolling Stones were not known for yeah.
Mike, in what year did U2 release their album Joshua Tree and Guns N' Roses release their album Appetite for Destruction?
Could have told you either one of these on their own. 1987.
1987 was a good year for rock.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Barry, Robin, and Maurice make up what group?
The Bee Gees.
The Bee Gees is a correct answer. As of 2021, which artist has the best-selling album of the 21st century?
Ooh. Ooh, this is a fantastic question. God, I love this question. Let's see. I mean, like Adele was huge. It could be Taylor. I mean, if best selling of the 21st century, it could go earlier because it's had longer to sell. I'm gonna say Adele.
Adele is a correct answer. Nicely done. Mike, my forever crush, the singer Shakira, was born in what country?
Colombia.
Colombia is correct.
Sorry, I've watched Encanto a few times.
You're good. Whenever Nick Madrigal for the Cubs makes a play, my wife goes very happy because she can sing the Madrigal song.
That makes sense.
In what year did Oasis release their album Definitely Maybe and Blur release their album Park Life?
This is harder. Okay.
That's what she said.
Uh-huh. It's 94 or 93. It's that. I think 94, 1994.
94 is a correct answer.
Yeah.
What artists released their albums Folklore and Evermore in year 2020?
Speaking of Tay-Tay, I'm pretty sure that's Taylor Swift.
That is Taylor Swift, correct. Who sang the lyrics, "If you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long-lost pal"?
Oh my gosh. First of all, if you have never seen the music video for Call Me Al with Paul Simon and Chevy Chase, it's absolutely fantastic. It's just a joyous music video, but Paul Simon is the answer.
It does make you wish Chevy Chase wasn't such a douche.
It does, but it's just fantastic. Like you could separate all that for that 4.5 minutes because it's so wonderful.
Mike, what singer originally released the single Total Eclipse of the Heart?
That would be Bonnie Tyler.
Bonnie Tyler is correct. Mike is rolling right along. In what year did Fleetwood Mac release their album Rumors and Queen release their hit single We Will Rock You?
1977.
77 is correct.
Okay, I was like, you paused for a second, I'm like, shit, was it 76? It's like it's right around there. Okay.
Sting was the lead singer of which group?
The Police.
Police is correct. What was the name of David Bowie's last album released before he died?
Oh, Black Star.
Black Star is correct. Crosby, Stills, and Nash was a folk rock supergroup made up of David Crosby, Stephen Stills, and who?
Are you just going to give me Nash? It's Graham Nash for what
Graham
it's worth.
Nash, yes. Need a full name.
I figured, but
all right, Mike, we're going to...
And occasionally Neil Young, but he didn't come around till the next album.
All right, Mike, singer Avril Lavigne hails from what country?
Canada.
She is Canada. What is the name of Neil Young's backing band?
Crazy Horse.
Does that have anything to do with the Crazy Horse movie? Inspiration or anything like that? Jeff Bridges?
Wasn't that Crazy Heart?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so no. The answer is no. Thank you.
Nice try, though.
Who was George Bush talking about when he called an artist the biggest threat to American youth since polio?
Wait,
To be
who
fair, I
said
think
what?
it's George W. Bush is what I'm betting. Who was George Bush talking about when he called an artist the biggest threat to an American youth since polio? And I
No,
believe it's George W. Bush.
that sounds like Bush Senior. Um,
Okay, if
a
he called, if
debate.
I will say, if it was done by Bush Senior, it was not while he was in office.
Okay, so okay, all right. So okay. So okay. That might be an unfair thing because honestly, my brain went to late '80s gangster rap type groups, and I was between Public Enemy and NWA. So you're telling me it's not either one of those, which means George Bush said a group.
Didn't say group. Sorry, I can't give you hints. My bad.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Can you repeat though? I'm sorry.
Who was George Bush talking about
Oh, okay.
when he called an artist the quote biggest
You
threat
said
to
artist.
American youth since polio?
You did say artist. Okay.
Should not be giving you hints. My apologies.
No, that's okay. I don't know. Eminem.
Eminem is the correct answer.
Yeah.
All right.
Honestly, I think either NWA or Public Enemy are a better answer to that question. I kind of wish
Agreed.
Bush Senior had said that.
Which 90s pop group's original lineup included Claire, Ian, Lisa, Lee, and Faye? Claire, Ian, Lisa, Lee, and Faye. 5 different names.
Girls Five Eva? No. Can you repeat? I'm sorry, the first part of that.
Which 90s pop group
90s pop
original
group.
lineup featured Claire, Ian, Lisa, Lee, and Faye?
Oh my gosh. Well, it's not Spice Girls. At least unless the Spice Girls went through a complete revamp. Geez. Yeesh. I got very little if I have nothing. I'll pass.
It's a group called Steps.
Okay.
Never heard
Yeah,
of them.
definitely had nothing. Man, I was going well for a while. That was the first wrong in a while. All right.
All right, Mike, what fruit features on the front cover of the album The Velvet Underground and Nico?
All right, Chris. This is not going to work for the podcast audience, but I'm going to see if you can see that on
It's
my
right there,
wall.
yep.
Yeah. I have the Andy Warhol painting of a banana from the Velvet Underground's debut album hanging on my wall. So there's no chance I'm going to miss that question.
Banana is a correct answer. All right, which pop group released the singles Viva Forever and Who Do You Think You Are?
Huh. I do not know. Neither one of these sounds familiar, honestly. I'm just going to pass. I don't have anything.
You mentioned them earlier. That is the aforementioned Spice Girls.
Oh, it really? Those are there are Spice Girls songs that I can name, and neither one of those are them.
Viva Forever, I have the tune to it in my head. Who Do You Think You Are? No idea.
Yeah, they Viva Forever did kind of ring a bell, but yeah. Anyway,
Mike, what word completes the title of this Alanis Morissette album? Blank Little Pill.
Jagged,
Correct. Billy Corgan was the lead singer of which rock band?
Smashing
Smashing
Pumpkins,
Pumpkins is correct. Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, and Ice Cube were members of what rap group?
the band that George Bush Senior should have called the most dangerous band to youth in America. That would be NWA.
NWA is correct. What was the name of Bob Marley's backing band?
The Wailers.
The Wailers is correct. Unknown Pleasures and Closer are albums by which British band?
Was that Joy Division?
That was Joy Division.
Yes.
Good
All
ball.
right. All right. I was sitting here between Joy Division and New Order, which is the band that was formed out of Joy Division after Ian Curtis. Anyway, glad I got that one.
All right, listen up for this one. Ladysmith Black Mambazo are a male choral group from what country?
Ladysmith Black Mambazo. Wow. What was the rest of that?
They're a male choral group
Male
from
choral.
what country?
I do clearly not know.
I'll say this: it's an African country, if that helps at all.
I was kind of leaning that direction. South Africa.
South Africa is a correct answer.
Okay.
Way to pull that out of your ass.
Yeah, big time out of my house.
All right. Moving right along. There's one for Jay.
Yep.
Who sang
Cheers,
the
bud.
lyrics, "I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun feeling like someone"? Who sang the lyrics, "I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun feeling like a someone"?
So lyrics questions are fun for me because it's either instant or I have no clue. I'm gonna go with the joke answer and say Rebecca Black.
It is not Rebecca Black. That was, George Ezra.
Okay. I I feel okay about not getting that one.
And we'll go a little bit easier here for you, Mike. Mike, who was the lead singer of The Doors?
Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison is correct. All right, we're going back to lyrics. Who sang the following lyrics? "Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it at all."
Yep. See my aforementioned thing on lyrics. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to. Oh, but the difference is this one actually is tickling something, and you're not here to get me through it at all. And I'll
I added a nat in there. It's just "get me through it all." I
get me
apologize.
through it all. No, that's okay. It's funny because there's a this is the problem with me sometimes is there's a Dinosaur Jr. song where it goes, "You're not gonna get me through this, are you?" And like that's the song that's popping in my head, and that's not this song. Um, yeah, this one actually unlike the last one feels like I'm gonna be like, oh, when you say it, but I still have nothing, so I'll pass.
So that is a Louis Capaldi.
Never mind. I yeah didn't know that one either. Okay,
All
that's fair.
right.
It
Mike,
at least sounds familiar though.
it's funny that you brought up dinosaurs in your last question. Who was the lead singer of the band T-Rex?
Oh shit. I have no clue. I know he could bang a gong. Don't know. Pass.
His name is Mark Bolan.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. Would not have pulled that at all.
Who sang the lyrics, "A mulatto, an albino, a mosquito, my libido"?
All right. Remember what I was saying earlier about how lyrics questions are either insta gets or I have no fucking clue. Well, this one's an easy one. This is Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain is the correct answer. Mike, in what year did Amy Winehouse win the Grammy for Best New Artist?
2007.
2008. You're right
8.
there.
Ah, I almost went 8 too. Damn it. All right.
Which duet released the song "I Got You, Babe"?
Sonny and Cher.
That is correct. The Eminem single "Stan" features which British singer?
I mean, I think they're looking for he samples Dido. Is that what they're looking for?
Dido is correct,
Okay.
yes. I don't think he sampled. I actually thought she sang on it.
Oh, did she? I always thought he just sampled it, but I could be wrong.
I could be wrong too. All
'Cause
right.
that's from her song, "Thank You," is that yeah, "Tears Stone Cold, I want to" that part is from her song. Anyway, I have no idea.
Complete the title of this Madonna album, "The Immaculate Blank."
Conception?
Oh no, Collection, "The Immaculate Collection."
Oh, shit. I, 100% knew that. Yeah, you're right, you're right.
All right, Mike, Jack Black and Kyle Gass are both in which band?
You really? You want the D? You want the D right now?
I want the D right now.
Alright, Tenacious D.
It better be Tenacious.
Yeah.
All right. Complete the title to this Elton John album, "Blank Yellow Brick Road."
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road is the correct answer.
Alright, I'm sorry, I gotta take another brief segue here because this was hilarious. This is a couple months ago, but, I was pushing Abby on the swing set, and she goes, "So, Daddy, we sang the Yellow Brick Road song in school today." And I went, "Really? You sang the Yellow Brick Road song?" She goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Oh, okay, cool." And I for whatever reason pulled up on my phone. I was like, "Was it this song?" And I played "Goodbye Yellow Brick Road" by Elton John. And she listened to it to her credit. She listened to a full verse and a chorus before she goes, "No, not that one. The one from Wizard of Oz." And I go, "Oh yeah, that makes a lot more sense."
Yes.
That
My
would
lord.
that's how my brain works, just to give you an idea.
Y'all, we are taking up a GoFundMe for his kids' therapy bills.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Cyrus Matthews was the lead singer of what rock band? And I could be pronouncing his name way wrong. It's Cerys.
Cerys. Cirrus Matthews. Boy, that kind of maybe rings a bell. It says for what rock band?
That's what we're looking for.
It doesn't give me anything else. The Pogues.
No, a band called Catatonia.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't getting there.
Me either. Complete the title to this Lauryn Hill album. Although you don't need me, just tell me the name of her most famous album.
The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill?
Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is the correct answer.
Yeah. Were they going to blank out Miseducation? Is that what
They
were
did,
doing?
yes.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah.
All right, Mike. Robert Plant was the lead singer of which band?
I don't think they're looking for the Honey Drippers.
No.
I'm pretty sure they're looking for Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin is correct. Who released the following singles? The Best and What's Love Gotta Do With It? Oddly timing.
That is very oddly timed. Is it really just called The Best and not simply The Best? I didn't know that. Anyway, Tina Turner.
Tina Turner, may you rest in peace.
May she rest in peace.
Answer.
The Queen. No offense to Beyonce, but she was the queen of rock and roll.
She was the queen, yeah. You're not wrong. Stevie Nicks was the lead vocalist of what band?
Is another one like
you know the one they're looking for, though.
I do, but like Lindsey Buckingham and Christine McVie might have a thing or two to say about the assertion on this question, but it's Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac is a correct answer.
Like I actually think I have the Fleetwood Mac greatest hits, and I think Christine McVie might do more lead vocals on the songs on that album than Stevie Nicks. Anyway, I love Stevie Nicks. I don't mean any.
You're wrong though. All right.
Anyway, she was definitely one of. So that's I love Stevie Nicks. So no. Yeah. Anyway,
which artist released a 2011 hit "Somebody That I Used to Know"?
Gautier.
Gautier is correct.
I actually have that album, believe it or not. It was actually really good. But most of it was him kind of trying to do Sting. Like it's good stuff. It's not bad at all.
You don't know that I had that much time for sex. I'm sorry.
Not necessarily in that sense, but
sometimes I just need to get it in and get it over with. Mike, which British band did?
Jesus Christ, did that just happen? Please don't edit that. Oh God.
It's our second recording of the
getting
night.
10 trick, like Sting, I'm 10 trick. Like Stickers guaranteed to satisfy. Like Chris Ligori not guaranteed to satisfy.
Like curious how never mind.
Yeah.
Mike, which British band's debut album is called Whatever People Say I Am? That's what I'm not.
That is what I am not. The Arctic Monkeys.
Arctic Monkeys is a correct answer. Like our last recording, this one went off the rails pretty quickly.
They also have an album that is currently, in addition to the album you just mentioned, also sitting on my shelf called Suck It and See. I kid you not.
Wow.
Yeah, they're an interesting band for sure.
Mike, complete the title to this Bob Dylan album, Blood on the Blank.
Tracks.
Blood on the Tracks is correct. Harry, Niall, Liam, and Lewis make up which pop group?
Harry, Niall, Liam, and Lewis. I feel like there's maybe a name missing, but I want to say One Direction.
One Direction is correct. I think there is a name missing. I don't know.
Wasn't Zayn Malik?
Zayn left. Yeah. Zayn left the group, actually. I don't know why I know that, but Zayn did leave the group.
I do know why I know that, because it came up in an earlier episode of PT. That's right. Because I had to name, I think it was like me versus Leah, and I had to name the 5 members of One Direction. She had to name the 5 members of Jackson 5, and it was completely reversed of what it should have been.
Leah knows all of the One Direction singers.
Right, exactly. It was crazy.
All right, Mike, Empire State of Mind is a hit single released by Jay-Z featuring what other artist?
Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys is a correct answer.
It's interesting because I guess I think of Alicia Keys as the more prominent part of that song. So I would have been like, it's Alicia Keys.
100% part of that song I remember.
Right. I mean, but she sings the hook. So that makes sense. I mean, I get it.
She nails the hook in that song.
Oh, absolutely.
But she nails everything. She's awesome.
I was going to say it's Alicia Keys. She's phenomenal.
Mike, Hayley Williams was the lead singer for which pop rock band?
Paramore.
Paramore is correct. We are down to our last 6 questions. Let's see how they go. The singer Bjork is from what country?
It's a Scandinavian country. She wore a infamous dress to the Oscars where she was nominated for Dancer in the Dark. So I can tell you a lot of things about Bjork, except what actual country she's from. Norway.
No, unfortunately, Iceland. Bjork is from Iceland.
Iceland was the first thing that popped in my head. I should have stuck with it. All right.
All right, Mike, we're going back to the to alt rock here for you. Early '90s alt rock. Complete the chronology of Nirvana albums: Bleach, Nevermind, and what?
In Utero.
In Utero is a correct answer. Four questions left.
Right when I said that, I was like, shit, did Incesticide come out between those two? But it wasn't a proper album, so I thought I was okay.
Which band released albums titled A Rush of Blood to the Head and Parachutes?
Two more albums sitting on that bookshelf over there. That would be Coldplay.
Coldplay is correct. Let's see.
Yes, here. I still own CDs. Shut up.
I'm sorry. Which two singers teamed up to release the hit single Ebony and Ivory in 1982?
Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder.
That is a correct answer. Which pop singer's real name is Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta?
Lady Gaga, right?
Lady Gaga is correct. And Mike, your final question as I finish my beer.
I just finished mine.
Before going solo, Lionel Richie was the lead singer of which group?
The Commodores. I better not miss that one.
The Commodores is a correct answer. And Mike, with that, we have finished off your music hot seat. How'd you do?
I feel pretty good, actually. I mean, I definitely felt like I got a decent number. I have, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 40, 55. I have myself at 56 right and 15 wrong.
That's not a bad get rate.
No, it's really not. I definitely had a couple of runs in there that I felt really good about. So overall, I feel, and there were a few polls that I felt good about. Like it was like,
there's a couple on that you should have felt really good about.
Yeah, there were definitely one or two that I was like, yeah, this is not something that like most people would have ever even heard of. And then, but then there were also a couple where I was like, this is something that I don't think most people should have heard of, but I haven't either. But I was wondering if maybe most people have, and I just haven't. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But I overall, I felt pretty good about that. I really enjoyed doing it for sure.
And it was a hell of a run, Mike. A hell of a run indeed. Nicely done. I've enjoyed hosting that. I always enjoy hanging out with my buddy Mike.
Absolutely.
Great game, man. Great game. But we hope you enjoyed the show this evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you have, feel free to head on over to patreon.com/PTEBB. That's your home for all of our bonus content. And honestly, if you get the financial means to support what we do here on a regular basis, that's the best way to go about doing that. If you don't, head on over to PTEBB.com and you can find all of our socials. You can find our Discord channel, which is 100% free. You can find our social medias, including the lounge on Facebook. It's all right there. Come hang out with us. We'll have a good time. I promise you.
Absolutely. We have a great time, especially in our Discord channel. There's a lot of action going on there. We have a great community over there. Honestly, it's not even us really. It's the fans. They're like the people that have joined that are they're phenomenal people and they just have a great time. There's a lot of really good banter, a lot of really good stuff going on in there. So if you just want to, be able to shoot the shit with just a bunch of genuinely good and really smart and really cool people, jump on.
Funny people too. Really funny people too.
And really funny. Oh my God. Yeah.
I felt guilty like the last 3 days. I just haven't had time to get on there.
I get it. I feel that way all the time. And I feel like I miss so much because
I miss so much stuff.
Yep.
So much stuff. Thank God Jeff and Tim are there to take on the lion's share. Because,
absolutely. Yeah.
But, we hope to see you on our Discord channel. But for the Pub Trivia Experience, I have been Chris.
And I've been Mike.
And we will see you next week with a new episode. Until then, have a good one.